What's up? I'm Tyler Casey, and welcome to episode 3 of Wolf Talk. If you guys don't know what Wolf Talk is, it's a podcast where I link up with other creatives, anyone who shoots music videos, filmmakers, video editors, anyone in that realm, or really anyone who creates anything. If you guys don't know, I'm Tyler Casey. I'm also a music video director, editor, and shooter out here in the Bay Area. And today I'm talking to Will.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? So if you guys don't know Will, he's a music video director.
Yep.
He edits music videos. He shoots them as well. He does a little bit of graphic design on the side.
Yep.
And yeah. What's up, Will? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Just chilling. About to move out to SAC actually on Friday, going to school.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, that's kind of
as I can.
That's kind of why I had you in today, because I thought that would be pretty dope, like a dope perspective. Because everyone I've had has already either went to school or is a little bit older, kind of past that stage.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people who watch like my videos and whatnot are in that stage, like they're about to graduate or they're still in high school and thinking about shooting videos. Yeah, so where are you going to school? You said
Sacramento State. Yeah.
Cool.
And I was actually thinking, I was between Sacramento State and Las Vegas, and for film, I wasn't sure if I was going to do film yet, and I really started getting into videos, so I just decided to do film for at Sac State. So.
Sweet. What were you going to do in Vegas?
I was probably going to study film too, and I mean, it would have been dope to be up in Las Vegas, but just the campus and stuff, I preferred Sacramento over.
Yeah, I know there's like still like a video community out there in Vegas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Sac's a pretty cool place too, and you're still pretty close to home and the Bay. But yeah, did I miss anything when I asked you like about yourself? Like, is there anything that you want to introduce yourself as?
Yeah, I do a little bit of music videos. Mainly, I've been focusing more on like recap type stuff and behind the scenes just to get more exposure and stuff. That way I can use that for music videos and stuff. Yeah. So it's definitely helped being on your sets and stuff. And even not being in front of the camera, but when people hit me up to be in their videos, it's dope seeing the other directors and stuff and see how they work.
Yeah.
That definitely helps.
And well, I was going to get into that later, but that's definitely like a useful skill to have. And I think it offers people a lot of value, which I'll talk about later. But so we're going to go back. Did you do any video stuff when you were like younger? Were you doing any video stuff when you were really young? Or what was...
It's kind of like, not cliche, but like, we had the VHS camera, like the old ones, with the cassettes. So we used to do, me and my brother used to shoot all those little videos and stuff, like the stop motion, especially with the little VHS camera. And then just kind of I think my dad bought a newer video camera, not VHS, but it was semi-new.
I thought you meant like the camera brand newer.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't even remember the brand, honestly.
That Amazon brand. That's a little funny. But no. Okay, so you had another VHS camera.
Yeah, and then we got the newer kind, like just a digital camera, digital video camera, and we would just shoot random videos. Not really skits, but just like little action movie and stuff. We used to do the like Nerf stuff, all that. So I was kind of into doing videos. And then I really didn't touch videos for a while. And then my homie hit me up last summer, Trey, shout out to Trey, with like a kind of an idea about base media. And then we kind of turned that into doing interviews and kind of sit down videos. And then we went and did street talk, like street interviews, stuff like that. Yeah. And that's when I really started editing again. And I got on Premiere and I started editing on there. And then I had a few connections a while ago just from doing graphic design with like Dave Steezy and a few other people. And then I used those connections to really start and get back into videos. And then I started shooting behind the scenes and stuff. And then I connected with Sue. Yeah. And then just started meeting a bunch of different people and getting into videos.
Cool. And tell me a little bit about the graphic design. Was that during high school, and how'd you kind of start that?
Yeah, so it's funny because even when I had like the old iPod and stuff, I'd always Photoshop just for fun. Yeah. And it'd be like dumb, just Photoshops, me like floating or some random thing. And
and that's basically where you just like cropping things out with your finger, like just drawing lines.
Yeah, like I remember
mask, right?
Yeah, exactly. One of my first Photoshops, I was in an airport and I had just downloaded the app or whatever, and I just started taking pictures of random people and like pasting them into like a background or something. Yeah. And I kind of just used that, and then over time I really just started listening to like rap and stuff, and then I really started listening more music and stuff. And I think I just decided to start doing like cover arts and just different like graphics for different artists. And I started like reaching out to people in HBK because I was always listening to them. And one guy, HBK CJ,
I don't think I heard him.
He's not super popular, but he definitely has some good songs, and he has a few songs with Sue and all them. But shout out to him because he actually started putting me on into doing like cover arts and stuff. Yeah. So I really got involved with that, and then I was just doing a bunch of work for free, and I really didn't charge anyone. I was just trying to keep, because I thought it was dope at first that he started responding. And then so I kept doing graphics, and then it was kind of just like a hobby, and I was just doing it throughout high school. And then junior year, I think I was about to turn 17, I met Dave Steezy, and I started doing his cover arts. So then that was when I really got into graphics.
And what year was that?
2016.
Okay, yeah, he was pretty popping back then.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Yeah, that was like, I don't think he still does music now, but I think like he's focusing on other things. But back then, like his music was
and honestly, he's super humble and stuff, and he does whatever he goes and travels and stuff, and I respect that a lot because he doesn't just do it for the money or whatever stuff like that. So I respect him for that. But he really opened doors for me because I got close with him, and then I didn't meet Sue through him, but he kind of told Sue about me and stuff, and then I do most of his cover arts and stuff, and he still hits me up. But that's definitely what helped me like get involved with whole music stuff.
That's cool. And then how long are you making cover arts on Premiere now or Photoshop?
Yeah, so I kind of stopped doing graphics and stuff. I don't do them as much now. I do them here and there just for fun, But when I did get Adobe, I started kind of moving over to Photoshop, but I'm just so used to doing it on my phone. I'll still do cover arts on my phone.
Yeah, and they're pretty dope. And I think that's definitely something that anyone can do. It's just like how people say, like, yo, you can shoot videos on your phone. It's true.
Exactly.
But like, honestly, you can even like make a sick album art on your phone. Like, it really...
And I've actually done that.
Yeah, it really...
Easy one.
Yeah. Which one's that?
Interior Decor. He sent me a photo, and I just put the text and stuff and edit it and stuff, but a bunch of mainly singles I've done. Like
okay, cool.
covers.
And for the people listening who want to make album art on their phones, what apps would you recommend?
Okay, so there's one called Superimpose, and they just, I think a few years ago or something, they came out with a new one, Superimpose X. Super good. It's just basically it's a basic Photoshop app. Yeah.
I think Photoshop has their own apps as well, and if you pay for it on the computer, you can log into your account, which doesn't really make sense because you already have it on your computer. So probably shouldn't be making album art on your phone if you have the money to pay for Photoshop. But so Superimpose. Is there any other ones?
Lightroom is cool because you can go between your phone and your computer. It just transfers, so that's cool. I definitely recommend Lightroom. There's another one. What's it called? Snapseed. It's good for just like basic photo editing. And then I think you brought up Visco once.
Yeah, Visco has, I don't know. If you find like the filters you like, you can definitely like, I don't know. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, and I like Lightroom too because you can do like your own presets.
Yeah,
and
Lightroom's
stuff.
cool. One time so when I was going to San Francisco State, I went to Neff the Pharaoh show.
Oh, really?
And I shot hella photos on my phone, and then I had a BART ride home. So I did like the dynamic link between the Lumix, the Panasonic GH5, and then I transferred like half my photos to my phone.
There we go.
And then I imported them into Lightroom on the BART ride home, and I edited like all the photos.
Nice.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that reminds me of the.
I don't think they were raw though, so I couldn't like do all the white balance stuff, but. Some of them were already pretty sick. Like I was like, I don't even need to edit this when I got home.
That reminds me of the Rush, that one we shot with Rush.
Oh yeah,
I transferred them, I think, on the car ride.
Yeah, he helped me on a video shoot, and he just transferred them to his phone on the way home. And I think
that was a long ride.
I think definitely like I think people would rather have like a pretty decent photo and have it faster than wait like 2 to 3 weeks and have like a photo that's just a little bit better.
I agree.
Like, I don't know, especially on photos, people want their photos fast.
Yeah, I think that's what really made me stick to the phone, because I was in school like obviously every day, and Steezy would just hit me up like, oh, could I get a little design, or could you edit this photo, or could you do a little cover? And I would just do it not during class, but when I had free time during school, and I just do it on my phone because I wasn't gonna bring my laptop to school, so it definitely helped that I knew how to do it on my phone. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, and you can even on like the new iPhones, like I've seen they have like iMovie built in on them. Like, it's crazy. Like you could edit a whole vlog. You could literally edit anything on your iPhone. It's insane.
Exactly.
Before, like I remember like sitting in front of like my parents' like computer, and it was huge, and like it was impossible to even edit anything. It was so slow. It kept crashing. But like, I don't know, just something about it I liked.
And I actually edited the base media. We did like an intro video, and I didn't even have anything on my computer, so I actually edited on my phone. There's this app I use. It's basically like one of those basic movie editing thing. It wasn't iMovie, it was a separate one, but I did the whole video. It was like a 6-minute video too, and I edited on there. It actually came out pretty decent.
Yeah, it's really just about story compared to just the edits.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the base media, are you the main person who does like the technical sides on everything in that group?
I do the shooting and editing just because I have the equipment already and stuff for it, and I have a little bit of experience. But the guy that came up with it is Trey, and he actually had the idea and stuff. He's kind of, I wouldn't say leader, but like the main guy in base media, and I do a lot of like the behind the scenes editing and stuff. But base media is cool because we all kind of we came together. They pretty much knew each other, and then I met Trey through Instagram, and he hit me up, and then we eventually linked up. But he produces music, and he's actually doing super well. He's branching out and making a bunch of connections, and then Fred does DJing, and then Nesta, they're trying to get into videos. So all of us kind of creatives trying to like mix basically our little talents and stuff. So I think it's dope.
That's tight. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've checked out your YouTube channel before, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, do you guys all have like access to the channel and like work on it together?
Yeah, I think we all have the Instagrams too, so we really need to start promoting that more. But I think we tried to do clothing once. The clothing didn't really work out, but it was something that we were just trying out.
It's cool. I think with clothing, like, you have to be at a certain level at a point.
Exactly.
I think that's the first thing people get too excited about.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, let's make our shirts, and then people like don't care about your shirts.
Yeah, you need a bigger wave to sell stuff.
I still even think like if you even make like 30 shirts and like all your homies have one, and then like you give one to like your other close friends, your family, like that's still cool, I think. But yeah, tight. Yeah, I mean, we kind of answered this, but what made you get into shooting videos? Like, what did you like about, or what did you like about it when? So you stopped shooting videos, like you were just doing home videos, and you haven't done any video stuff until then?
Yeah, so I actually, before, I think it was the beginning of the year, it was around January when I really started getting into, starting up again.
Yeah.
Before that, I really didn't touch videos besides doing the base media things, and that started in like the fall of last year. And then it actually started from when I started getting back to editing, because I really just love the editing process and just everything about it.
Yeah.
I went to, we interviewed I'm Sue. So we went to one of his video shoots, a music video shoot down like Mountain View. And then I had my camera with me, obviously. So I just decided to shoot like a little behind the scenes while we were on set. It was a Adrian Purr music video for Talk to Him. And I just started shooting while I was there. And then I got home and I kind of just threw the videos together and editing. And I was like, oh, this is super cool. Like editing with music and stuff and behind the scenes type stuff. So then I would just start reaching out to a bunch of different people, like through DMs or make connections through people I knew already, you know, and be like, oh, if you want behind the scenes for this or that or recaps, I got you. And so I really started getting back into it. And then I was still in school, so I was doing it after school. I remember, I think it was at the Schmop House or something. I went right after school to meet you up and stuff.
Yeah.
And then weekends too, I'd be doing like 2 shoots on whatever Saturday, back to back on Sunday. It didn't really get overwhelming, but at a point I was like, I got to say no to some people because a bunch of people were kind of reaching out.
Especially like when you have homework and whatnot.
Exactly.
And then even when you start charging, like it's cool because like the money, like let's say you make, I don't know, like $250 for a shoot, like I don't know, with a minimum wage job, like that's still like what, like
exactly.
That's like, I don't know, like I'm so bad at math. I always try and do math on this show. I'm trying to keep my questions in my head, but then I have to do math.
It's 25 hours.
It's like a 25 hours of working. Yeah, and it's like a whole week almost.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny too because I was working before I really got into the videos. I was already working at a movie theater. It was kind of a movie theater / restaurant. And I was running food, and I actually quit just because I didn't really start making as much money yet through videos because I've done a lot of work for free just for, you know, the experience and stuff. But I just quit it just to free up my schedule more to shoot videos. And luckily I was able to afford it because I'm still in high school. I was able to like quit my job and stuff just to do videos and stuff. But it worked out because I met you more. I started doing shoots with you, and then I just started branching out and really just started shooting as much as I could. Yeah,
we can get into that. So how did we link up? I totally forgot.
It's funny because your connection was made through like 2 different connections. So from Dave Steezy, right? I met this guy BP the Official.
Yeah, Dave Steezy's hit me up a few times. Like it's always been super weird DMs. He's always just been like, "Hey, let's shoot. Like, give me your number." And I'm like, "All right, here we go." And then like I don't know. There's just been like hella times where I've just tapped in with him. He's tapped in with me, and like
just the schedule's off or something.
It's just something. But yeah.
But I actually met my homie BP the Official through Dave Steezy because I did a cover for one of their songs or something. And then I met him I think at a show or something, and then I really got close to him, and then through him, I think he hit me up to be like in a music video or something. So I went and I was in one of his music videos, and then the director was Miguel.
Oh yeah,
True
yeah.
Visions. So I met Miguel, and I was just talking to him on set, just because that was before I really started shooting music videos or anything like that. And I was just talking to him about a bunch of different stuff, and then I think I DM'd you, just like a random DM, like, oh, your videos are dope, like not even trying to work or anything yet, just kind of like a little compliment or something. And then I think you replied or something, oh, I heard about you from Miguel, and then that's when I think you called me or something.
Okay.
We linked up after that. Yeah.
Right after that?
Yeah. You're like, oh, here's my number, and then I think I was on the car or something. I think you called me like, oh, and I told you, I think if you need behind the scenes or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And then I
that.
think the first time we met was at the Shrimp
I think it
House.
was Tone as well.
Yeah, Tone too.
Tone was
He
like,
on
hey,
set.
you should have so-and-so help you out.
Yeah.
And then the first time you helped me was the Schmop House shoot where we did Cool John?
Cool John, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that was a cool set too, because that was the second time after the talk to him with I'm Sue. I think the second time I was on like a big set like yours, because I know you have a big production, so I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, it was a cool shoot. And then I think like one of the things like why I did hire you, because I get tons of DMs and everyone's like, oh, like when can I help? When can I help? And like I just can't say like, I mean, sometimes like if people hit me like, when can I help? Like magically sometimes I'll have a shoot and they'll need someone.
Exactly.
But like I also have to look through people's work, because it has to be at like a certain level where it's not gonna like waste my time, and I can't use all these photos, you know, because like it is still a little bit like it's not a hassle having someone doing behind the scenes, like but like you still have to schedule them, you still have to have like someone like, you know, like, hey, here's how you get here, like stuff like that, you know what I mean? So like if it's not worth like people's time, like they don't want you on set, like, and especially if you come once and the photos or whatever is not good, like people aren't gonna have you back. So this is advice for people, like make sure you have something. I think that's what I was gonna get into, is like you had something of value to offer me, like your photos were clean.
Thank you.
I still never saw those film photos.
The film, I can send you a few of them. yeah, I'll send you a few of them. I think that was the first time I brought my film camera.
Yeah,
so a few of them were like overexposed, but I'll send you a few.
No. It's all good. But yeah, no, you got a bunch of photos. Did you do video that day? I don't remember.
I didn't. Miguel did video
Miguel
that day.
did video. Oh yeah, so then
I did
that
photos.
Is weird. I wonder how that all worked out, because Miguel was there and then you were there. So maybe
we had
maybe
two
it was something
behind the
with that
scenes.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had two behind the scenes for that. It was a Cool John and Devin the Dude shoot.
Yes.
The video's still under the works.
The song too, right?
Yeah, the song's still under the works. Shout out B-Mock if he's listening. But yeah, so then after that, would you help with me on next? Oh, I did like a lighting tutorial.
Oh, right. That was the day after. You hit me the day after. It was a Tuesday. We shot you shot the Schmop Life one. Yeah. Or Schmop House. And then the day after, I got a text about the lighting tutorial.
Yeah. So I had another shoot scheduled at a studio, and then it got canceled, and I was planning on doing those lighting tutorials. I forgot what they're called on YouTube, but you can look on my channel.
Super dope.
Yeah, they're cool. But then I just needed a subject, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit Will up. So me and my girl went out, we filmed Will, and yeah, it was cool.
Got to pretend I was a rapper for 3 hours.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, got to do all the sick hand movements. And then after that, I hit you up for the Du Bois riding video.
Yep, I was juiced for that one. I think you did mention Du Bois, but either way, like I'm always juiced to
he was
go
all
on
like,
set.
I was like, hey, can you help me on a shoot today? He's like, one thing I don't like is when people, I hit them up for videos and they're just like, or they ask to help on videos.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let me know next time you have a shoot for SOB. Like,
that's the thing is, I think I was just curious. Like,
it's fine.
Yeah.
But like, you can, like when people say
exactly.
I know what you're
saying.
If you're gonna help me, you're gonna help on any video.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not just because like, you know, like
I do it for the experience.
Yeah,
like when I hit a patch, I didn't even know like who it was about or anything, and it ended up being the Filthy Rich one. But on set, either way, I like being on
you still
set
get
in general.
experience no matter what.
Exactly.
And I think that's what people get too hung up on, is just meeting the artists and whatnot. And it could honestly be for anyone. Like, just be happy to be there. So like when he hit me, he's all like, oh, what song is it for SOB? I think I might have told you it was for Du Bois, but you just asked what song it was.
Yeah.
And I said Anti.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a joke. But yeah, that was a cool shoot.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was long, but
and you definitely, like I said again, you offered me like a lot of value, which like makes me want to bring you back on set. It's like, You shot a dope behind the scenes video. You stayed the entire time, and I know you had school because it was like the boy hit me up last minute for this too. It was like I want to say like 24 hours notice. I got this location. I got everyone together. We shot on like the 8K red. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You shot video, and then your photos were super fire on that one as well.
Thank you.
And that was just dope to have on set. And then I wanted a video to post as like behind the scenes. So yeah, it was helpful. It was cool.
Thank you. Yeah, that set was definitely dope. Like the setting and stuff in the video came out awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
But I love the setups for that video. That was dope.
Yeah, that was a long video. It was fun, but yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was definitely a long day.
And then after that, you just helped me on a recent video we did for Rush. I'm still waiting on the changes for that.
Okay.
That was a dope video.
Yeah, I love that one. Just the vibe of it too. And I think I showed a few people pictures, and they're like, "Oh yeah, is that LA?" And I was like, "No, it's just San Jose."
Yeah.
Tyler just knows the good spots.
Yeah. No, I shout out to Tristan. He hooked that up.
Okay.
And then Hatch 86. He's from San Jose, so he plugged me on a few spots in San Jose. But yeah. So I think definitely like if anyone wants to get set time or behind the scene or like just shoot behind the scenes, like or shooting behind the scenes is a great way to help people. Like I would say if you want to shoot behind the scenes for like a artist that's in your area or a director in your area, I would say just already have a behind the scenes video if you don't.
Exactly.
But then send it to him and say, hey, I can do this for you. I can take photos like this for you. Like if you show examples and you're offering them something, don't say, hey, when can I help you? Like,
I agree.
because if you say you want to help someone, like they have to think of like what they need, and then they're like, oh, I could just get so and so to do that. Oh, I could just like if you already come to them with like a product and a solution, they're easily going to be like, okay, cool, come on. You know, like especially if you see me post on my story like looking for behind the scene videographers. Yeah. Like, hey man, I'm free that day. Here's my stuff. Like send me a YouTube link. And I think that's the best way. Just so someone could check out like, okay, he's got clean shots, he gets that exposure, like come on.
Yeah, and the other thing is too is you don't have to shoot behind the scenes just for music videos. Like what I was doing is just recaps, which is the same style, and behind the scenes just for anything really, and like highlight videos because first of all you're getting the experience, and then it's also stuff that you could add to your clips to send to the directors or whoever. It doesn't have to be a music video. It
doesn't even if you're not in the music video field, you can even do it like let's say you're into like car racing. You can go to a race and you can just film the race, like a car race, I don't know, or like a kickboxing event. You could film that and then make a highlight, and then the 150 people who were there watching it will all want to see it, and you can send it to them, send them your Instagram, and then boom, you're on. It just depends what kind of field you're in, and then just offer people something of value, and then you're gonna be in there in no time.
Yeah,
cool. So tell me a little bit about. So as like a 16, 17-year-old shooter, how'd you link up with I Am Sue? I mean, you said, so you met him at Base Media.
Yeah, I met him through the interview. And it's funny actually that you brought that up because I had been DMing him through Twitter. It was when I was doing the graphic design type of stuff.
Yeah.
I was doing kind of just like Photoshops and stuff for him, like edits and stuff. And I would send them to him on Twitter because he followed me like few years ago or whatever, and I was like, oh sick, like I'm who followed me, so I sent him a DM or like a little Photoshop when I was really doing that stuff. And over time I'd just send him like Photoshops here and there, like not every day or anything, but just when I found something cool. Yeah. And then so he was probably just aware of who I was, and then I hit him up about doing the interviews when I was really getting into Base Media, and then he's like, I think I was sick the week before, and then the next week, I think it was winter break or something, he hit me up. He's like, oh, how about Thursday? I'm having a music video shoot. Come and you can film the interview after. And then I think I was still 17, senior year. Me and my homie Trey, we were filming with Base Media, and then he sent me the address for the video, and we went over there at like 5 o'clock or something.
The crazy thing is, I was supposed to shoot behind the scenes on that video.
That would have been funny.
That would have been crazy. I was actually sick that day too, though. I was like, there's a bunch of stuff going around, so I was just super sick, and I'm like, I'm not trying to go to IMC's video shoot and be like coughing over everyone.
Yeah. So it's funny, I met him there, and that was the first time I really met him. And then I think I sent him a behind the scenes video, so he was aware I was doing the video thing. Sent him a few pictures, and then obviously we did the interview. Shout out to him for that, because that was a really dope interview. I really loved that interview. And then I think I told him about like I'd do behind the scenes and stuff for him if he ever needed it, and then I just kind of continued doing Photoshops and stuff. And actually before that, it's funny. Sue does like posts a lot of memes and stuff, and he actually hits me up to make some memes sometimes, just like little funny edits. I think it's hilarious because I never would have thought I'd just be making memes for him,
for an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's crazy too. That's like another way you can link up with an artist. Same thing, like Will is offering people value, and like if there's an artist that you like, I mean, instead of making them like a fan page. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel weird saying like fan pages are creepy, but I feel like they are.
Yeah, they kind of are.
I feel like, I mean, you don't want to get annoying. Like
exactly. That's the thing is, I didn't send him edits all the time. You know.
Yeah.
It was kind of when I saw a dope photo and I wanted to edit, I would send it to him.
I think it works because that's kind of like his style as well.
Exactly.
So like, if it's something valuable that you could post, like, and would you post them or would you just send them to him?
I would send it to him. I'd post on like Snapchat or my story, you know, like on Instagram. I didn't really post on my actual Instagram account, but he would post and then just like randomly tag me, and I'd see like the tag post, like, oh, there he posted another meme or like another edit or something. But then and then he hit me up to be in one of like the videos, so I thought that was super dope, the post up video.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was
that's
dope.
a big deal.
Yeah, it's just wild because I've been slapping HBK and I'm Sue since like
I've been
sixth
listening
grade.
to I'm Sue since like high school, so that's a while. So that's like more math.
And aren't you in the works, like about to work with him?
Yeah, we've been talking. I don't know. I wrote up a treatment for a video, but we'll see where it goes. But let's see what else we got here. Was there anything holding you back from starting when you were starting, like whether it's like hitting up people to go on sets or shoot music videos or anything like that?
School is hard just because I had to work around that schedule, so it's not like I could be like, oh, I'm free whenever, you know. So obviously school was kind of not in the way, but it was something that was
when I used to work at In-N-Out, was because like In-N-Out, like I'd work a lot of hours, but also like when you work at a fast food joint like that, like what are their busiest times? Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And when do people want to shoot videos?
Weekends.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Exactly.
So that was a problem.
I'm trying to think. I think reaching out, because obviously DMs help a lot, just like reaching out in DMs. I think people, at least the people I know that don't shoot videos, they're like, oh, how'd you meet this guy, how'd you meet that guy? A lot of it was either through DMs or through meeting people through other.
Do you ever link up through people just responding through their stories?
I have. I'm trying to think.
That's where I found like the most, like, because I know that person's active and they're on their story, especially if I see it posted quickly. I think the stories, that's how I linked up with the boy.
Oh, really?
Like, so I swiped up. This is after I shot the Tutu Gang video, and like Du Bois posted on his story, he screenshotted Slimmy B's new album. And I thought it was Slimmy B. I was just in the movie theater. I was just like checking stories, like my girlfriend's in the bathroom. And then I saw like Slimmy B, and I was like, oh, cool. And I just put a fire emoji. I responded to the story. And then like it was Du Bois, and then he like responded. He's like, hey, I want to shoot something. And I'm like, all right, it's good. Like, here's my number.
That's sick.
And then we just started talking, and then I wrote up the treatment, and then next Wednesday, like, we drove all the way out. And,
was
like,
that the Edge one? Or?
Yeah, we shot the Edge that fast.
That video
like,
was
like,
awesome.
He's like, I want to shoot the Edge. And
Jeez.
I'm like, all right, I've never even heard of Young Pinch at that point either.
Young Pinch it was crazy.
Yeah, Young Pinch goes great. Shout out Young Pinch. But yeah, so I think you're saying school holds you back a little bit. Did you have any, like, were your parents like against you quitting your job when you wanted to get into videos? Or
luckily, my parents were cool with it and they were fine with me. I'm surprised. Well, not surprised, but I think they just not relied on me. They trusted me and stuff for me to meet out, like drive and meet you guys up for shoots or whatever. Part of the thing was I didn't really have a good camera. I know the camera doesn't really matter, but like shooting music video wise and doing like a lot of behind the scenes, the camera I had, like, quality wise at least, it wasn't great at all. So I kind of, that's why I started working too, was to save up for a camera. So that wasn't holding me back, but it was kind of.
What camera did you have before that?
It was like it was my dad's camera. He bought it for the Zoom too, so the quality wasn't even that great. It was like a Canon,
like dad cameras with like the Zoom for like soccer.
Exactly, it zooms.
That's I remember. Like I always hear dads like, "Oh, it doesn't have Zoom. I don't want it," because dads love Zoom.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That's exactly why my dad bought that camera too. It's a cool camera because I actually ended up one of the first videos I edited was with Premiere when I got back into the editing thing. was a Raider. It was like videos of a Raider game.
Okay, cool.
And that zoom actually came in
Zoom
handy.
came in clutch.
Yeah, and I actually recorded a video of Marshawn Lynch dancing.
Yeah.
And I posted on YouTube. It got like 220,000 views.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that was before I started editing videos. I was
That's
like,
sick.
jeez. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the dad cameras with the zoom.
Shout out to the dad camera with a 60 times zoom or something
60
crazy.
time optical zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy though. Like I was using that VHS camera, and those zooms literally go crazy though. Like
Yeah.
Like obviously, like you have to get zoom lenses are crazy expensive now,
Mhm.
but like I don't know, it's just crazy they used to build those into the cameras. It was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, those
Well,
are
that's cool.
classic.
So I think there is a point, like definitely, like you said, like camera doesn't matter, and that's right because like you use that old camera and
Exactly.
you recorded a video of Marshawn Lynch that got 200,000.
Yeah,
crazy. You gotta show me that
220,000
after.
something. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, so it really doesn't matter, but there's a point where you need to work and you should invest. Like they always say, like the first $1,000 you invest in like filmmaking is
That's
the most
facts.
important, and it
That is
really is
facts.
the most important. And
Yeah.
I think once you get like a camera, you have the G7, correct?
Yes.
Once you have a camera, like you just got to learn everything you can with that camera and outgrow it. And I still feel like you wouldn't even need a new camera right now. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could get a new camera, especially like if you want to invest in your business.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have the skills where you could learn a new, like a GH5
Thank you. Yeah.
or any other camera.
And I was thinking about that
but
too.
even still, like you could stick with that camera and you could still grow a lot more. And
Mhm.
there's a lot to learn with cameras. And I think I had the T3i.
Okay.
And have you ever used the T3i?
I haven't, but I think I heard someone talking about the T3i like a while.
It's cool.
Maybe it was
it's
you.
just
but-
like it's just a super basic camera, and
Mhm.
it was like everyone had one at the time.
Oh,
It was
okay.
cool though. But like there came a point like where the slow motion didn't look that good, and like
Mhm.
I was kind of like outgrowing it. And then the GH4 started popping. Everyone's
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Oh, it's got
Yeah.
4K. It's got 4K." So then I got that, and then but yeah.
Nice.
So I think saving up and investing in yourself is really important.
Yeah, exactly. And really, I mean, the main reason I started getting a job was to to get the camera and stuff. I mean, it's different because I was in high school, so I had some free time. But I mean, if you want something, I just really just work for it. I mean, it's pretty simple, not
Yeah.
simple, but
And honestly, if you have enough drive, your camera. I mean, I hope have you paid like in the sense have you made enough money to like make more money than your cameras?
yeah.
I mean, that's always a good feeling as well. Like when I bought my drone, I was like, oh, I'm hella scared, but honestly, the
Mhm.
drone paid itself off in like
And that's cool.
a year. I don't think drones are. No, they're still useful these days, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like they're a little played out, but
Yeah.
that's another conversation. Cool. So you just graduated high school, and I thought this was an interesting person to have on the podcast because you're in a position that a lot of people always ask me questions about
Mhm.
about going to school. So what made you decide to go to Sac State? What are you going to be doing there?
Okay, so it's funny because I do like the videos I do and stuff. It's all music related and stuff. It's not even like short film type stuff. But I did want to I shot one short film just for fun with my brother's friends and
Yeah.
stuff. But I really wanted to get just in film like movie type of stuff. And actually, the 13 Reasons Why thing.
Okay, yeah, how
being
was
on, that was cool just as a background actor, and I'm actually booked
Yeah.
again for Thursday.
Oh,
but
sick.
seeing that
Man,
process,
my sister did it last year. My aunt's also
It's
in it as well.
hilarious.
She was in like sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's
She's
fine.
my aunt's in like they're all like in a circle, like in a
I think I know what you're talking about. Like
Yeah, the therapy. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
aunt. I'll have to show you where she's at.
Oh
It's
yeah,
pretty
you
funny.
definitely got to show me that. Yeah,
it's cool.
I mean, I can't really say a lot like about it just because
Yeah.
all that legal stuff.
Get arrested.
Yeah, but
Kidding.
just being on the set for that, I just seen what's a TV show, not a movie, but just seeing the process. I just really wanted. Well, before that, I wanted to get into film and stuff, and then after seeing that directing and stuff like that, it's definitely hard to be a director for something that big.
Yeah,
but
it's
obviously
crazy.
you have to start small.
Did you even see the actual director? Or you just see the
Yeah.
AD?
I don't know the director's name, but there's like a few guys that were directing it. They were super cool and stuff on set. And I actually saw some of the leads, but it was just dope seeing the whole process, you know, because it's
Yeah.
something different from music videos, like the sets for you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of similar in the way that obviously they're directing and they have all the lighting and stuff. But they're acting too, so it's a little different.
Yeah, and they're rolling audio. And
Exactly.
It's also for Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. A lot of pantomiming as
yeah.
extra.
Yeah, a lot of pantomime.
Yeah, it's
that's
funny.
That's hella funny too, though. They said they weren't gonna do like a third season. I'm pretty sure, and they probably just saw how much money they got from
Yeah.
the second. They're like, we can
Yeah,
keep
I don't
doing
even know
this.
what they're gonna be about.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But yeah, I'm going to school for
so
film.
back on school.
Yeah, I'm going to school for film. I don't know. I mean, eventually I'd like to work in the movie industry just because I feel like that's super dope, especially after being on that one set. And I have a little bit of video background, so it kind of helps, but I'm trying to move into like short films, do a little bit of those. And then obviously I'm going to school for film, so I'm going to learn a lot about that.
Yeah.
And obviously I know you can do a lot of video stuff without college and stuff, but I was already planning to go to Sac State before I started getting into video, so film kind of just worked out as a major. And we'll see how that goes starting next Monday. I think I have my first classes. So yeah.
And do you start with film type stuff, or are you going to start with general ed?
It's general ed, and then I actually ended up switching into one of the video classes, like the film production, like the first class. And still actually haven't, even in high school, I never took a video production class. It was all YouTube and stuff. And I think a lot of people say like, oh, how'd you learn that effect or this thing? Like, YouTube University. It helps. It definitely helps.
Yeah, and I did a combination of both. Like I went to community college out here, DVC, and then I went to SFSU. Okay. But like it's cool because, I mean, you're around people who are similar to you, but then again, you're already going to be. I think more and more kids are becoming more ahead of the curve, especially with the internet.
Yep, I agree.
So it's really not the teachers are going to teach. Some teachers are dope. Like some teachers are like wizards in Premiere, and I learned like some really dope Premiere stuff. Like I took some editing classes, and those were hella helpful. But like some, it's just like, dude, like I'm paying to watch a YouTube video that I can watch at home.
Exactly.
Like, so that's not that fun, but I think it's cool being around like-minded people. Yeah, I was just going to say you're probably going to be already a little bit ahead of the curve, and you're going to be sitting there and be like, oh, man, like, I already know how to make I already know how to make a sequence with the 24 frame per second timeline. Yeah. And so, I mean, it gets a little what's it called? Repetitive, but you also have to, like, you can't get like cocky and like weird about it. You really have to just like push yourself and like even just like help the other people around you if they're having trouble with Premiere and you're chilling. So I think that's like I don't know, just something you got to do, especially if you're going to go to film school. But I think learning the film aspect is really cool because I feel like a lot of music video directors out here don't know about like the technical side of things. Like I'm going to have Hatch on here as well. He also went to film school. So he actually commented on your thing. He didn't even ask you a question. He just said, when are you going to have me on? And I'm just like,
for the thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty mean. So I might not have you on anymore, Hatch.
Oh.
Yeah, just playing.
Oh, shout out to Hatch, though. That one set I got to be on, that was awesome.
Yeah, we can talk about that, too. But, learning the filmmaking side of things. So, like how to tell a story with, like, the camera, like, over the shoulders. Especially how to get audio, like, that's just like something like, I mean, you can learn all that stuff on YouTube, but I think film school, like they really dive into that.
Exactly.
And they talk about like different shots and like what this shot means, like how it shows emotion. So Rob actually didn't go into the film. Rob Driscoll, the first guy on the podcast.
I saw that. Yeah.
He went to Sac State as well, but
digital media.
He went to digital media compared to film. So I'm interested to hear what the film program's like in Sac. Maybe we'll have you back in
that'd be cool,
a year or 2 years, and let me know how it's going.
It was definitely cool too, because part of the reason I wanted to go to Sac State, well, not go to Sac State, well, go to Sac State and do film too in addition, is because I talked to my mom. Was super involved. We reached out through email, and I think it was one of the directors of film or something at Sac State. I think we talked to him and we met up with him, and and he was super nice, and he showed us around like the film area, where the little studio and everything, and the whole building and everything, and that really like helped my decision going to Sac State and studying film, just because the school for film is pretty good, and the teachers there were dope when I met them, so
that's
tight. Definitely helped.
My next question is, so I think that's cool. You're gonna go to school. Definitely learn some more filmmaking aspects. And I learned like I didn't really like being on films. Like I didn't like, I don't know, it just felt like a lot to me. Yeah. Especially like with all the audio. Like I still do like the storytelling of it. I still do like all the sounds and all that. I think that stuff's dope, and I've been trying to get, like I did so much like classes with sound design. Okay. And just like doing stuff like that. Even just in Premiere, I was like, man, I should like really start implementing that back into my videos. So I've been trying to do that. Are you going to try and do music videos out there to like also support yourself? I mean, just like have some money and like, you know, buy gear and whatnot, or what's the plan with that? Like,
yeah, so luckily there's enough room in my dorm that I can bring some equipment, you know. So I think I'm gonna bring the basic equipment and see how I feel, like if I need to bring anything back up from home. But I think I'm gonna try and reach out to a few people that I know out in SAC and maybe shoot a few music videos. See if I can get on set, like just meet directors up in SAC. And
I know Joe Shoots out there. Have you ever met Joe Shoots?
Yeah, I met him through the write-in video.
Oh yeah,
actually.
he's at the write-in video. Yeah, he
dope.
has a little studio out there.
I just saw that. Yeah,
you could tap in with Joe Shoots.
Yeah, definitely.
There's also Elevated Studios out there.
I've heard of that, but
that's like just a place to film. It's pretty. I don't know how much it is, but it's pretty dope. They have like a bunch of lights you can use and whatnot. But yeah, I think there's a good amount of artists in SAC. There's also he also has a podcast I need to get on. I can't figure. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure I can't because I have a story pending. But his name's Trevor.
Oh, okay. LAUB, or is that something else?
No, that's shout out Trevor Lobb.
Oh, okay.
This guy's out on SAC. He's pretty dope though. His edits go crazy. I'll have to show you him after.
Yeah.
He's dope. He has a podcast, so I need to get on that.
Nice.
He was hitting me up. I hate driving out to SAC.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is luckily I'm staying in the dorms at least first year, so I won't have to make the commute.
That's cool though. Yeah. Are you gonna have a car out there so you could like go around and do shoots?
I'm not planning on having a car, but after thinking about it, it's definitely practical to have one out there, especially if I want to go out and do shoots.
Yeah, you can make that money, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob was out there grinding, doing shoots all the time. I mean, it is gonna be hard to balance it with school, but I still feel like you can do stuff like that. And you've also seen, like, I'm sure you've seen like Jacob Owen's come up story, like how he linked up with Futuristic. Like, I mean,
local artists. Yeah, I think his story's dope.
There's tons of artists in SAC, especially after that, after Mozzie's like blown up out of SAC. So yeah, tight.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So if you guys are looking to go to school, you have options. You don't have to go to school. You could learn everything on YouTube and just get on sets, help people out, offer them value. Value is the most important thing.
That is definitely the key. Value and
dude, were you thinking about that in your brain? And that's where the thinking process goes on. Were you thinking about it just sounded hella funny the way I said that. Were you thinking about that like in your head about asking people, like giving them value, or was that just like something like that you just did like accidentally?
Honestly, yeah, because that's the thing is a lot of those
like,
guys
I don't want to annoy this person, like I'm gonna like
I wanted to present something, like obviously it's cool to be friends with them and stuff, and a lot of these guys I am friends with, but I wanted to be like, you have to be respectful without being annoying, you know? So obviously I want to present value and stuff, but I didn't want to like keep reaching out to them like every day or anything like that. But I'd send like my portfolio, or I'd be like, oh, reach out to them and be like, oh, if you ever need behind the scenes or stuff, just let me know. And then I'd get a few DMs back. But yeah, definitely wanted to present value.
No one likes being hit up, especially expecting that like that you care in a sense. Like, hey, check out my song. Like,
exactly. No one's gonna do that.
Like, maybe if you say, hey, like I really like your videos and it'd mean a lot to me. I see you have like a creative eye and you've heard a lot of dope songs and work with a lot of dope artists. It'd mean a lot to me if you could give me some advice. Like, if I got a message like that, I'd be like, oh, this person took the time to type me a cool message. Like, shout out them. I'm gonna check out like 30 seconds of your song.
Yeah, that's the thing is people will be so unprofessional in DMs. I mean,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, what do you expect? Like, what kind of response are you? Yeah, exactly.
What advice do you have for a high school student wanting to get into video?
Experience. Definitely, I think the keys are making connections if you want to get into music type stuff. Connections and experience definitely help. Like, I shot probably, I wouldn't say 90% or anything, but a lot of my videos I've done for free just for the exposure and stuff, and I really just love shooting videos in general, you know? I don't do it for the money, not right now. But I'd definitely say the experience and keep shooting a lot and reach out to people. I think DMs are underrated, I think. Like, at least, well, to people that aren't into music yet. Like, just reach out to a bunch of people, make connections. Like, if you go to an event, just give people your Instagram, like reach out, show people your work. But yeah, definitely experience and connections are key. Like, connections are definitely key, I think.
And then what about pricing for someone who's really just starting out, I always get this like, oh, I don't know how to start pricing. I don't know how to start pricing. What do you start out pricing?
I would base it off. Say like if you're saving for equipment, I would price it around your equipment, maybe a little more if you want profit and stuff. Pricing is the hard thing though. I'm still working on my pricing.
I think once you have a decent amount of free videos under your belt, I would also say, like, think about it, like, let's say, like, Will had his job. How much did you make at your job per hour?
$11 an hour.
$11 an hour. So let's say I'm going to shoot this video. That's going to be 4 hours of my time. And then I'm going to spend about an hour driving. So I count that as 5 hours of my time. Then you could throw on the other 5 or 6 hours you're going to do editing. You add that all together, and then you have your price.
Yeah, you definitely have to
start with that in the beginning. And even if that seems like a lot, they're like, it's up to you.
Yeah, you have to know your, I think someone said like once, you got to build your worth so you can charge your worth. Like you definitely have to know what you're worth. And I think you can't, especially if you're shooting like your first video, you can't just automatically charge, you know, you have to build your portfolio. You have to kind of look back at your own work and see how much it's worth in your opinion, you know, and if people don't agree with what you charge, then probably shouldn't be working with them, you know. And
another way to price once you get to that point is breaking it down, because people don't know what goes into videos. They think it's just like, oh, come shoot and then come edit.
That's the other thing.
There's a lot more stuff in between, whether it's like you're finding locations. You say, all right, well, I'm going to go out. I'm going to find you locations. I'm going to get you some props. Then we're going to film for this time to this time. Then I have to edit. I have to do these specific effects. Then I'm going to color. If you actually do all that, there's some people. It just depends, like your process. But I mean, that's the basic process. But yeah, cool. I think we're gonna get into. Should we do the segment first or the question? We'll do. I think I always do the segment first. So this is the segment. I actually have the little audio clip. Have you heard it yet? Oh, right there. Invest in yourself. Give me a thumbs up. So this is the segment, Invest in Yourself, where I'm only going to give Will, $1,500 work. You think you could get a solid kit for $1,500?
$1,500, yeah. Oh, all right. Okay.
You think you do it? I've given everyone $5,000, but you're a high school student.
Yeah, 15. Okay.
You gotta be broke.
I'm definitely gonna go with. I know
it's all right. You could go with. It doesn't matter, man. Yeah. You could go with the same camera.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
You get screen recording.
Okay.
Rocking.
I would definitely recommend the Lumix G7. All right. Am I just looking up the equipment then?
Yeah, just add the equipment to the cart, and then we'll see your total. So yeah, the Lumix G7 is a super dope camera. It shoots 4K 24 frames per second, which is a solid camera to start out with. It definitely pairs nicely with the GH5 or the GH4. So if you ever like want to start shooting weddings, if you want to do interviews like we're doing right now, we could have easily had the G7. This interview doesn't actually look that good because I think the lighting's pretty bad. It's like really blown out. But
that one up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But it matches really well with any of the other Panasonic cameras. So
yeah, and I actually got mine on Craigslist. And Craigslist is super dope.
Oh, shout out Craigslist. Yeah, you guys don't have to buy the stuff off Amazon.
Yeah.
You can easily go to Craigslist. You go to eBay. Do whatever's on your budget.
Oh, man, this is the hard part. All right, let's see.
You already have a lens, right? You got the kit?
Kit lens, yeah, kit lens. Oh, right. I don't know if that'd go over my budget, but the 25 millimeter.
Oh, you have the 25?
25 is super nice. I got that in the bundle on Craigslist for 500.
Whoa.
500.
Shout out
super
Craigslist.
Nice. Yeah, shout out Craigslist.
What's the guy's name?
I don't remember. My dad picked it up.
All right, that's
he was going over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 150, not bad.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. I've actually never used that lens, but
it's super good.
What is it? 25?
25 1.7. I use it all the time.
So on a Panasonic, if you put that on a GH5, that 1.7, wow, that's fast. Yeah. So if you put that on a GH5, it'd be about a 50, and that's equivalent to like back in the T3i days. T3i days, they had the Nifty 50, which is like $100 lens, which is like a 1.8, and everyone used to like using it. It was even cheaper than that. You could get them super cheap now, but like that sounds pretty solid, especially on the GH5 or any other camera.
Oh, where's the light? I'm looking for this one. I don't even have it, but one of the apertures I was looking. Oh, here we go. 108.
Light?
Yeah. I forget. Was it?
Which one's that?
Was it you? Someone had a video on this one.
The F7. Yeah, that one's. It's alright.
I forget.
I would get the Amaran. It's half the price. and it's cheaper.
This is some good tips right here.
Yeah, so I just got the F7. I need to make a video on it. It's a cool light, but it's an aperture. I need to talk more during these subjects, I realized.
Yeah.
But the aperture, is it still streaming? No, it stopped.
Oh, shit. My bad.
No, it's all
I'm
right.
taking hella long for this. I was unprepared.
I know. I need to have people make these beforehand.
How do you... I don't even know how to spell amaranth.
Here, I got you.
It's funny because I'm taking tips off this when I should be.
So, yeah. So, I got the aperture F7, and it's cool, but the aperture amaranth is the same brightness.
Okay.
But the F7, you could change the color temperature to really anything, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So I recommend this light for people starting out, the aperture amaranth. I'm gonna link it below. You can check out Will's kit, and it's a dope mobile light. It takes the Sony MP batteries, which work on anything. And it's just a solid light, especially if you're doing like run and gun shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I've dropped this light out of a car before, and it still works. So I'm adding it to the cart for Will.
A lot of the equipment too, I'm like saving up for and stuff. It's also the 12 to 35, and then
12 to 35 is a solid lens.
For a lot of stuff I do is like recaps and behind the scenes type of stuff. Yeah. So, the stabilizer helps for the behind the scenes and stuff, especially at the Rush when I got a nice car shot with that. Handheld too, if you have image bottle stabilization.
The Sigma 18 to 35 is dope for like
I've heard about that. Stuff, yeah,
because it's super sharp. The colors that are out of it are sick, and also like with the GH5, used to be my favorite setup because you could just go handheld and like. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's what I think is cool about the GH5.
Are you adding anything else? What are we at?
It's not. I don't think it's at 1500.
Oh yeah, you're 703.
If I were going kit for just, I'd say I'd need a mic too.
You're not
the Rode.
Is it the Plus or the Pro?
The Pro. Is there a Plus?
Bro, the Plus. I'm gonna put you on the Plus.
Oh, there we go. The Tyler Casey.
So the Plus, the Rode mic Plus. If you guys need audio, especially like, that's one thing I like too. Is like when people do shows, is they have a mic on top of their camera. Okay. And you do that, right?
Yeah,
it sounds so much better.
Yeah, it does.
Especially like, you turn the gain super low. Yeah. Here's the Plus. It's 329 though. But the dope thing about the Plus is when you turn on your camera, it automatically turns on the mic.
Okay, so that's like,
nice. There's so many times when you record and you forget to turn on your mic. Yeah. And then you're screwed. And this one has rechargeable batteries, and the little door's way better.
Jeez, so, I need to get that one. I would definitely add that to cart. And the other thing is, I remember before the riding shoot.
So you got 1,000.
Okay. Add to cart.
Before the riding shoot?
Yeah, before the riding shoot, I didn't have a mic that I could put on my stabilizer, so I just went and got the little Video Micro. Or the Video Mic Go. I don't remember, the small one. And it was super good for that.
Yeah, cool. I'll link that as well below, guys, if you want to check that out. That's a cool mic, especially if you just want to throw it on a gimbal just for like some scratch audio.
I'm just gonna have to go with the Crane. The Crane. Oh man.
Shout out the Crane.
Shout out the Crane. I had the version 2.
Yeah, I think that's good enough for that camera. Yeah. I still think
that's good definitely enough helps a lot.
Sick. And what's that, like 500?
400. Wow.
Oh, you got $100. With the other $100, I probably.
Jeez.
I'd probably just go get an SD card.
Yeah, exactly. The little extra stuff.
Or you could even throw a tripod in there. There's decent $100 tripods. I always tell people I think a tripod's like one of the best things you should get. I feel like you should get a tripod and shoot handheld before you ever get a gimbal, because I feel like people get so hung up on gimbals. There's so many cool little tripod tricks you can do that give you more cinematic shots than... Not more cinematic. Gimbals are pretty cinematic, but you can do a lot of dope stuff with a tripod.
I agree.
Sick.
I think it helped too before I had
Which one's that?
You gotta get. That's the only one I can afford with my 1500.
No, that's trash.
Yeah,
this is my go-to
tripods.
This tripod. I mean, I would say get any $100. We'll just throw one of these in. Like, these are cool. Yeah. And they work with the Manfrotto head mount, so those are actually pretty dope to have.
Yeah, it's like $100. I need to get a tripod like that.
So yeah, we have a tripod. We got a Crane for gimbal work. We have a mic because Will likes to do
behind the scenes recaps.
Behind the scenes audio during behind the scenes is always dope. Hearing the artists talk, interviews, etc. Then we have an Amaranth for like run and gun music videos at night, or even if he did like interviews backstage, or even I don't think shining a light on stage would be cool. You want to have a fast enough lens. We have a fast lens. It's a little bit longer. That you can use with your G7, and the G7's a solid 4K camera.
Yeah, definitely
Sick.
pairs well with the 25. I've used that a lot, especially on interviews. It was dope for the interviews, definitely.
Tight. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go into the questions that people ask for Instagram.
All right, cool. The hatch.
Yeah. So Danny304 asked, how did you get into film/editing and what age? We kind of went over that, but just do a quick little answer.
Yeah, so basically I started super early, but then I really got back onto videos and getting involved with music. I was, 17? It was basically January, December when I started getting back into videos a lot. And then through the other connections I had previously, I kind of got involved more with music and behind the scenes, stuff like that. And recently did music videos, kind of like on the side, but I've been trying to do more music videos here and there. So.
Right. And that's one thing we didn't talk about. Was P Money your first like music video? Like
my
your
first music
paid?
video. Shout out to my homie Reezy Win and Kyrie. He's 15 and he raps. He actually works a lot with Mr. Fab.
Oh, tight.
But he's still in school and everything. But I shot a music video with him. That was my first one.
Okay.
It was a run and gun thing. Like my first music video, I had one light stand and then my gimbal, and we were just running around Oakland just shooting a bunch
tight.
of. Yeah,
and then what number was the P Money one you just did? You had a few under your belt after that?
I think that was my third or fourth. So total, mainly, I think
that
my main focus.
I shot a video with P Money. That might have been my fourth video as well. That's
pretty
funny because I shot a few
like
combat before. But yeah, that was like my first paid music video.
Okay.
Tight.
Yeah. That's dope.
Shout out P Money.
Yeah.
Why is Tone so cool? Schmop Life Tone.
Oh.
And why do you look up to him?
Tone the boy. It's funny, the day I met him.
Tone's trash.
Yeah, the day I want him to drop his stuff. I don't know if he ever will.
Yeah, he's got a music video. He won
Fire.
my free music video contest, and he's slacking. So
shout out to Tone though. Tone's the homie.
Shout out to Tone.
I met him on that BP shoot. Where I met Miguel, and when I met him, it seemed like we were already friends. Like he's just hella chill dude, and I just see him all the time. But yeah.
Yeah. So Hatch86 asks, when is mine? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, I want to see a Hatch podcast. Hatch podcast
shout
would be dope.
Hatch, even though you didn't ask a question.
I'm waiting for that.
This guy just asked to get interviewed. Ruthless Rose, my girlfriend asked you hella questions, so here we go.
Oh, there we go.
How old are you?
I'm 18. Just turned 18 a few months ago.
All right, he's legal. What was your first real gig?
First real gig, I would say to be the interview with I'm Sue in January 5th. We did the interview, and then I shot behind the scenes at the
Wow,
Talk-ChillitsWill.
that's just this year.
Yeah. I really
Crazy,
started
man.
shooting this year, like really getting
Killing
into
it.
Thank you, bro.
And at the beginning of each question, she put Will with a comma.
Will.
So it's like, Will, what are your goals in life?
My goals in life, I'm trying to win an award for a movie because I'm trying to make a movie eventually. That's the long-term
Sick.
goal. Direct a movie.
How do you like those white sunglasses?
White sunglasses.
I don't know. I think you have white sunglasses in a photo.
White sunglasses. She might be thinking of the clout goggles.
Yeah, the cloud goggles.
The clout goggles.
Yep.
Those were funny in the lighting tutorial. Go watch that if you haven't already. That
watch
lighting
the
tutorial is
tutorial.
classic. There's 3 of them.
There are 3.
3 helpful videos.
And I lost the audio in all 3 of them.
That was hilarious. I started watching the video and then, sorry, my mic cut out.
Sorry, my mic cut out.
Cause him sitting
Back in my bedroom.
sitting in the office.
All right. Who's someone you look forward to shooting with in the future?
That's a tough one. The thing is especially with music videos, I'm kind of picky just because it's more of a side thing I like to do. I really like to shoot music videos if the song slaps or it's something I listen to. So I like reaching out to artists, or I'll look through my DMs and maybe listen to their SoundCloud links or whatever. But it's really people I either know already or songs I think really slap. Because main reason I like editing, especially involved with music, is just I love editing to music.
No, I found the
slaps.
same thing, and that's why I started doing YouTube. Is because like I was shooting for everyone and anyone, and then when I'm editing a song that like I'm not really feeling, like I really can't get into it that much.
Yeah.
Like when I did like the Glock 22 video, or I did like the 22 Gang video, or I did the Du Bois Riding video, like I knocked those videos out hella fast just because like I'm so into the editing and I get into that groove.
Yeah.
And then I just kill it. So
I agree, yeah.
and you just have a lot more fun with it.
Yeah, so far I don't think I've shot a song that I didn't like just because I've been picky with it, you know? And I think that kind of helps if you can afford it. Like if you don't need to reach out to all the people that say how much for video, if you can afford to be picky and shoot the videos that you want to shoot, I think definitely do that because it'll help in the process. Because if you're editing a bunch of videos for songs you don't like, then...
But I also think in the beginning, especially if you're trying to somewhat do this as a job, you are going to have to take those.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I think even if you do take those, there's still tons of things you can learn from doing those because practice makes perfect. So, I mean, if you want to shoot and you can't find, like, don't be too picky, like, take them all and just, I mean, especially early on, and just go as hard as you can.
Yeah,
I think,
and honestly, it definitely helps with learning and stuff, because if you're shooting a video or something that you don't really like as much and you get cool effects on it or something, say those effects don't necessarily copy them exactly, but you can keep that style and use it for something that you do like, a different song or something.
Just go, like they say, just go as hard as you can on every video, even if it's not your favorite song.
Yep.
And you'll succeed.
Yeah.
Will, do you ever go by William?
I do. Sometimes. A few of my closest friends call me William.
All right. And
Exclusive.
then her last question was, does Post Malone ever get you in your feels?
I was just talking to my friends about that. Post Malone is like the main artist, or the one mainstream artist I've never really gotten into. Yeah. I feel like I feel like I've heard you say you like Post Malone. So
yeah, he's dope. Yeah, you gotta check him out. He's dope.
Nothing wrong with him. I just
have you seen that
really
video
listened.
with him and Ty Dolla $ign?
The Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that video.
Sick.
Yeah, his videos are dope. The one with 21 Savage.
That's
the
the
other
crazy.
thing.
Yeah, that one's tight.
Especially after getting involved with music videos in general. I guess obviously that's kind of a big thing, but just watching them.
Are you into music videos? Do you want to do them, or is it something you kind of just want to do like on the side?
I definitely want to do more music videos because I think it helps your craft and stuff, lighting and all that stuff. It definitely helps, and I love editing music videos. So I think I'm gonna try and dive into that more.
Music video editor? Would you ever want people to just like give you footage and go?
I would definitely think about that, especially being in college where I won't be able to go out and direct. So I would definitely consider editing.
Yeah, that's tight. Yeah, and I think that's like. Everyone now wants to be like, oh, I want to be a music video shooter. I want to be a director. Like, no one wants to, like, I mean, there's still editors, but, like, I feel like not that. I mean, also editing has also been blowing up as well. Like, everyone wants to be an editor.
Yeah, everyone wants to do the Cole Bennett effects.
Yeah, Cole Bennett effects. I mean, I regret making that video, but whatever.
Oh, you made
I have one Cole Bennett effect type video in Premiere.
I remember that, actually.
Yeah. But
that's funny.
All right, and then the last question, it's not a question. It says, I'm Baba. Jay says, nice one.
Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet. Thanks, Jay.
Well, we're coming to the end here. Shout out Will for Chill-It's-Will. That's him on Instagram. Make sure to check him out.
Appreciate
Will,
it, bro.
what are your plans for the future? What can we see coming from you?
For the future, I'm definitely going to dive into more music videos for sure. Probably going to work on getting into more films, probably little short films here and there.
Tight.
More behind the scenes. I love getting involved with behind the scenes, and more. The other thing is concert recaps. I'm trying to do a lot of shows and stuff like that.
See, I like those, but I don't like those. But that's cool. You like.
I know what you're saying. It's definitely different.
I always just feel like I should be watching the show instead of like filming it.
Yeah, it's funny too, because especially for the Young Pinch one, I was on stage like recording, obviously working, but I was also, it's the first time I've seen him live, so I was kind of like gigging this. So I was like, oh man, I just gotta shoot.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's definitely cool. I want to do more shows, but
tight. Yeah, those are fun. Cool. All right, dope, dude. So yeah, if you guys like this podcast, make sure to give me a review on iTunes. I want some reviews. I want like some 5 stars and stuff. So if you guys liked it, found some value in this, review it. It's on YouTube. You can check out all the links that Will's like kit. I'm gonna make him a little kit. You can check out everything that he said he uses on his shoots. It's a great beginner starter pack for shooting music videos. I'm gonna add some extra stuff in there too that you guys will need. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, is there a secret message that you want to put at the end to see if anyone listened to the end?
Not a secret message, but just shout out to the homies, I guess.
Shout out to the homies.
Yeah, shout out to the homies.
If you guys made it to the end, comment shout out to the homies below.
Shout out to the homies, yeah.
All right, for sure. Make a wolf sound for the ending.
That's hard.
Come on, you gotta do it.
Woo! I don't even know what a wolf sounds like.
All right. sounds like a sick ghost. That's the end. All right. We out.